What's up everybody, my name is Coach Neil Douglas and this is the first video for the Run Lift Happy Face channel. So I'll be going over some really simple basics on running and my thoughts on what running is and how we kind of should be thinking about it. Also, I want to say, I know my glasses are broken. I was at the beach the other day and they fell off my face and somehow or another they just shattered on the beach. I know it was really weird, but they did. And so my future videos will have nicer glasses. So yeah, all right. So today's video is just kind of about, it's a basic intro into what is running. And I want to kind of bring you into my brain a little bit and I want to try to get into your brains a little bit too. So when we think about what is running, and I don't know if you've ever asked these questions before, but if you ever looked it up, a definition for what is running, first off, there's a lot of different ones depending on the coach you talk to, the dictionary that you're referencing, or whatever sports scientist that's studied it. So everyone has a different definition of what running is, and I think that those words really kind of get caught up in people's brains and they start to kind of lose an understanding of what they should be doing when they're running. So I want you to think about running as a symbol and as a feeling and as a shape. All right, and we're going to talk about that shape in just a second. But right now we're going to talk about why it's important to feel it and see it more as a shape than think of it as words. And we're just talking about, like, I know it's just a simple concept. What is running? Why is it important? But bear with me on this. So symbols give you a feeling, shapes give you a feeling and a better understanding of sort of the world we live in, right? More so than just words, I feel like. And so if I show you a symbol, it has a certain representation to you, or a certain meaning to you. And so those of you out there, some of you will know what this symbol is, and you'll immediately be able to see his face, you'll be able to hear his music, feel his music even, and it'll bring up certain memories, and it's definitely gonna give you this feeling because you know what this symbol means, right? Or what this shape means. And for those of you who don't know, this symbol represents the artist formerly known as Prince. And at one point in his career, he decided he didn't want to go by the name, he didn't want to have a name anymore, he wanted to have a symbol. So his fans would look at his symbol, they would be able to see it and recognize it and feel, feel Prince's music and his essence, if you will. So it's important because, again, here you have a symbol that represents someone, that represents a craft that they're doing. And so it's powerful. Symbols are powerful. If you look at religious symbols, right? People who, look into certain deities will see a symbol and they'll give them hope and it'll give them feeling. And yeah, so I want running to be the same thing for you, right? So when we think about running, you need to have a shape and you need to have a symbol that goes along with that shape, right? And in this video, we're just going to talk about what the shape is, okay? Well, we can kind of touch on the symbol for just a second. This is the symbol. This is called the pose symbol. It came up by Dr. Nicholas, or was kind of invented by Dr. Nicholas Romanov, and it represents what running is. And I think that's super awesome and important. We'll talk about it in a different video. But for now, I want you to understand the shape, okay? And this is Run Lift Happy Face. So you can see he's got a big head because he's got a big brain because he's running properly. Big head with a happy smile and a big smile, and he's running in this proper shape, okay? This shape right here. And what this shape represents is your body's ability to resist force at its most optimal levels, all right? And that might be a little bit too nerdy for you, but just understand that this shape is what you need to think when you're running. You're gonna be vertically stacked with your head over your shoulders, over your hips, and you're gonna be over your base of support right over your ankles, okay? And your leg that's in the air, the heel is gonna be right underneath your hip, all right? And so that might seem like a lot of little things going on at once, but basically if you just bend your knees and pick your leg up, you're gonna end up in that position. And that's kind of what it looks like, well, at least in a stick figure representation, okay? Now, just briefly, we'll talk about running fallacies in another video, but this guy has a small head, and this guy has a small head. Maybe they're girls, I don't know. These people have small heads and frowny faces because they're running in the wrong shape. So if you want to run with a happy face and be happier when you're running, you want to start to make this shape when you run, all right? So let's burn this into our minds. Let's burn this into a feeling, a sensation, and yeah, and then we can start seeing running in a different way, or at least feeling running in a different way, which is more important. We'll talk about why that's important later. But again, we want to feel better. We want to feel more in tune with our machine. So again, I know I'm beating up this concept, but that's good because I want you to, again, beat this into your brain that running is as a shape. okay? And the better we can be at making that shape while we're out there attempting to run, the more efficient we're gonna be and the happier we're gonna be. So again, we're gonna break more down as to why this shape and what we do from this shape when we run and why we create it. But for now, we just wanna focus on the basics. You wanna think about this shape right here, this shape right here, master it, and in another video, we're gonna take that on the road and expand. So if you guys have any questions or comments on this video, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And yeah, we'll get the conversation going and the party started. Cool. Oh yeah, and give this video a like. I know only like 6 people are gonna see it at first, but yeah, give it a like because you should.